Alright, welcome back, guys, to Who Would Win, where I take two characters and talk about what would it be like if they fought, and you guys tell me in the comments below who you guys think would be the ultimate victor in this matchup. And today, I've got a treat for you guys. We've got, in one corner, Darth Maul from Star Wars versus Adam Taurus from RWBY. Yeah, so Adam versus Maul. This would be a fucking bloodbath, guys. A straight-up, no-holds-barred bloodbath. Now, let's talk a bit about our first combatant, Maul. Maul is a Sith apprentice who was trained by Palpatine and raised on Dathomir before being taken by Palpatine to be trained at a young age. Now, Maul was technically not a real Sith. He was trained by Palpatine, but Plagueis was still the master. While he did have the title of Darth for a little while, he wasn't considered a true Sith. He was a Sith assassin, but due to the rule of two, he wasn't a full-fledged Sith Lord. But he did have major Sith training. Now, Maul is, of course, a master of with a saber staff. Incredibly deadly, ferocious. He uses a lightsaber technique called Juyo. Juyo is a fast-paced, all-offensive, minimal defense form of saber combat. Fast strikes. Keep your enemy off balance, but the problem is that it's minimal defense. It is go all out. You attack with just ferocity and just all out aggression. That's the point of Juyo. It's a very Sith form of combat. Now, because of this, there is a drawback with Maul, is that Maul, while he is Force sensitive, he doesn't really depend much on the Force. He doesn't really use much of the Force. While he has been seen to use it before, mostly in Force chokes, but he's never been known to, use it in combat. He's more dependent on saber combat than he is the Force. That was because Palpatine trained him that way. While Palpatine didn't train him in the ways of the dark side of the Force, he needed Maul to be an assassin. And if Palpatine knew if his assassin used the Force, then it would be, oh shit, then, the Jedi would realize too quick that, these guys, the Sith had returned. So he depended more on saber combat. Now, Maul is incredibly intelligent. But however, the drawback with Maul is that he depends too much on his aggression. He is very impulsive. He is very much strike till the enemy, strike and keep striking until the enemy is dead. That's his whole point, is that keep hitting them till they're dead. That is his whole game plan. While Maul is intelligent and he's also an excellent hand-to-hand fighter, if he loses his lightsaber, he is well adapted in using his fist as well as other form of bladed weaponry. In fact, in the Maul comic that was produced by Marvel, he actually killed several Rathtars, of course, if you can remember those tentacle creatures from The Force Awakens, with just a bladed axe. He didn't even use the Force. He used more. Actually, used some of the Force, but he depended more on his weapons and survival skills to kill these three of them. To kill three of them on his own. Maul is also adept. He's also taken on Mandalorians. He's taken on Jedi, and his hate was so strong, of course, that he survived being cut in half. So that's a bit about Maul. Now, Adam, on the other hand, Adam is a Faunus who is a member of the White Fang and current leader of the White Fang, although that remains to be seen when we see Volume 6. Adam is he is a revolutionary and terrorist for the White Fang. He's aggressive, he's a master swordsman, and incredibly intelligent. His weapon also doubles as a shotgun type. He's very well versed with his sword, but also he can also double it as a shotgun type weapon. So Maul is also another thing about Adam is that he is incredibly fast. He can use his blade with breakneck speed to cut steel. He also, of course, infamously known for slicing off Yang's arm, as well as murdering Sienna Khan and taking over the White Fang as their leader. So a battle between Maul and Adam. Oh yeah, another thing about Adam, dude can spin his blade so fast it can bounce back bullets. So yeah. Now, for make it a little even, let's say because of the metal that Adam has in his blade, it can, be used against a lightsaber. So let's use that, since, metal in RWBY in the Ruby universe is a little different from the metal we know. So I would imagine it would be kind of almost like what's the name of that blade? Yeah, there's a type of blade in the Star Wars universe that can actually like hold its own against a lightsaber. So for sake of argument, let's say it's like that type of metal. So anyway, so also if you're wondering which version of Maul I'm going to be using, this is Maul in his prime with his saber staff. I was thinking him with the dark saber. I was like, but the saber staff is a little more, iconic. So yeah. Also, it just gives Adam just a little more worry, because now he's fighting two blades. So a battle between Maul and Adam. This fight, both of them depend on their speed, their brutality, there's just ferocity. There is no, attack. There is no defense. This is both these guys depend more on offense than defense. Both of these guys are brutal. These two guys will straight up cut each other to pieces if possible. They're both violent. However, they also share the same thing of being impulsive. They're both very impulsive fighters. They're both highly aggressive when it comes to warfare, and they do have some. They're not stupid. Keep in mind, both Adam and Maul are both. Neither of them are stupid. They're both really intelligent and know how to have a game of warfare. Yeah. Now, Adam definitely has some amazing speed, but remember, Maul can amplify his speed and strength through the Force. He can channel it through his body to amplify his own power. And like I said, he's been trained since a young age to use that saber staff. Also, like I said, is that Maul has, Adam also has had training since he was young. He was a protege, but so was Maul. And Maul has something that Adam's never seen before. The Force. While I did say that Maul doesn't really he depends more on his lightsaber skills than the Force, that doesn't mean he's not going to break it out, There's no real defense for Adam if Maul just starts blasting him with the Force. The only chance is that that Adam can move so fast that Maul gets so angry that he can't really focus on using his weapon. Also, Maul can't use Force lightning like his master could. But yeah. Both these guys very intelligent, but when it comes down to fighting, they both have this level of rashness and they're incredibly impulsive. When it comes to fighting, both Adam and Maul just have this thing of, yeah, let's just go out and kill. So they're both there's no real plan for either of them. There's no real master plan other than kill it, hit the enemy till it's dead. That's their whole plan. So this is a tough one, guys. Even with the Force, like I said, Maul doesn't depend on it, and even when he does, it's too little too late sometimes. So yeah, guys, you guys tell me in the comments below. If you think Maul wins, put hashtag Maul wins and list off the reasons why you think Maul would win. Or if you think Adam would win, put hashtag Adam wins and list off the reasons why you think Adam would win. Really curious to see what you guys have to say about this one. Just comment below, let me know. And yeah, once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.